position is comfortable for you. This can be the legs out long in front of you. This can be the feet wide and knees together, especially if your low back is being a little bit sticky or funny today. You may want to consider giving the low back a little bit of space. Up to you. If your body is already craving a hip stretch, you can take the soles of the feet together and the knees apart. Just start with a few rounds of breath here. So just checking in with the physical body, right? I'm gonna join you. So noticing for yourself, if we do a little scan from the crown of the head all the way down, how am I feeling this morning? So we start with the outer layer, right? The gross, the most easily accessible. So the physical body. So starting at the crown of the head, do a little scan of the whole body all the way down to the tips of your toes. Check in. Start to collect that information, collecting that data, right? Am I holding tension in my jaw? Am I holding any tension in my shoulders or my neck? Right? How did I sleep? How does my body feel after sleep? And then allowing the awareness to move down. Notice how the body is moving with the breath. Notice how your hips are feeling, low back. And then maybe let the hands rest on the belly, start to invite in a little bit more depth to the breath. And start to even out the pace of the breath. Inhale for a count of 4 or 5. Exhale. Allowing our breath to bring us back into our center, right? Focusing on the breath, right? It takes all of the focus out of all the other external things. So we're just listening to the inhale and exhale, right? Paying attention to the pace of breath, listening, feeling, right? There's not that much more room for the mind to wander to other places if we're really giving it our full attention. And start to invite in some movement, little wiggle to the fingers. Maybe roll the wrists around a couple of times. And then in the other direction. And then inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Reach the legs out long. And then hug the knees into the chest. A little rock from side to side. And start with a gentle twist. Hug the right knee into the chest. Let the left leg stretch out long. Breathe in. Exhale, right leg across the body. Find some space across the upper back, across the chest. Reach the right arm out. And maybe you want to reach the right arm up and overhead. Get a little bit of length through that right side. From here, maybe bend that left knee, reach the right arm down, catch the top of the foot, and then start to press that left thigh back as you draw the heel towards the buttock. Nice big stretch in your quads there. Breathe. And then slowly unwind. Come back to center. Right leg will stretch out long. Hug the left knee into the chest. Take a breath in. And exhale, twist. All right. Reach the left arm out to the side. Get some length. And then reach the left arm up and overhead. Good. And start to bend the right knee. Reach the left hand down. Catch the top of the foot. Press the thigh back. Draw the heel towards the buttock. And slowly release the leg. Gently come back to center. Again, squeeze the knees in towards the chest. A little rock from side to side. And then circle the legs around a few times. And then in our other direction. And then take the feet down to the floor. Heel toe the feet so they're about as wide as the mat. Angle the toes in just ever so slightly so the outer edges of the feet line up with the outer edges of the mat. Breathe in through the nose. And exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Inhale, knees center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right. Inhale, up. Exhale, drop the knees over to the left. Flex the feet so we feel the inner arch of the right foot on the floor, the outer arch of the left foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Bend and hold on to the forearms or elbows. And start to feel the breath moving down through that right side. If it feels okay in the knees, if it feels okay in the low back, take the left foot on top of the right thigh. And slowly release the foot. And soften the arms down by the sides, engage the core, take the knees back up to center, and then we'll drop the knees over to the right. Flex the feet. Again, arms up and overhead, hold on to the forearms or elbows, take the opposite forearm on top. And start to offer the breath down the left side body. Maybe the right foot finds its way on top of the left thigh. Right, that's okay in the low back. Couple breaths here. And then slowly release the arms. Take the foot down, take the knees back to center. Squeeze the knees into the chest again, little rock from side to side. From here, take the hands down by the hips. Extend the legs up towards the sky. Reach through the heels. Draw the toes down towards you. Take a breath in at the top. Exhale, lower the legs just about a third of the way. Reach through the heels. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs halfway. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lower the legs, hover them above the floor. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly take the legs back up. Again, breathe at the top. Exhale, lower the legs a third of the way. Engage through the whole belly. Inhale. Exhale, lower halfway. Breathe. Exhale, lower, hover above the floor, reach through the heels, engage through the belly, breathe in. Exhale, slowly bring the legs back up. Good, again, inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower a little bit more, breathe in. Exhale, lower, hold and hover here. Exhale, slowly take the legs back up. 2 more like that, just moving with your breath. Inhaling, using the exhale to move the legs, breathe. A little bit lower. Big inhale. Exhale, hold, take a breath in. Exhale, slowly bring the legs back up. Last one, inhale at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower a little bit more. Reach through the heels, breathe in. Exhale, lower the legs, hover above the floor. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly with control, legs back up towards the sky. Good, hug the knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side. From here, set the feet down on the floor. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Just let that right knee kind of swish back and forth a couple of times. And then press the tops of the thighs away. Breathe in. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the left thigh. And start to hug the left leg in towards the chest. Find a little bit more space through that right hip, through the lower right back. Draw the chin gently down towards the chest. Lengthen the back of the neck. Toes draw back towards the shins. Let's take a couple cycles of breath here. Maybe the right forearm gently presses into the thigh. If that's okay, in your shoulder and your arm. One more breath. And then slowly release the hands. Release the left foot down to the floor. Switch sides. Right foot to the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Do a little swish of that leg a couple times. Good. Press the thighs away. Take a breath in. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the right thigh. Draw the right leg towards the chest. Breathe here. Relaxing the shoulders down. Press the left thigh away. One more breath. And slowly release the hands. Take the right foot down to the ground. Right, uncross the legs. Take the right arm up and overhead. Let's roll to the right side and then make your way into a child's pose from here. So taking the toes together, knees wide. Sink the hips back and down. You can always use a blanket underneath the shins and knees or behind the knees, like tucked in right under or behind the knee. Okay, hips back and down. And then let the arms come out long in front of you. And spread the fingers wide. Let the hands walk back just a tiny little bit. Let the hips sink down a little bit more. Inhale, come forward onto the hands and knees. As we inhale, let the heart move forward. As you exhale, curl the tailbone down, round the back, drop the head. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. From here, walk the hands forward just a little bit. Start to shift the hips forward. Then over to the right. And then back towards the heels. Over to the left. So big circles with the hips. Right, if you've got a spot that is a little extra tender, you may want to pause, right? Lean into it a little bit, breathe. And then hips towards heels, again over to the side. And then switch direction. And then come back to center. Slide the right toes back behind you. Keep the toes curled under. Stretch that calf muscle. right? Reach through the heel. You can even press through the hands. You can give it a little bounce or just hold statically, okay? Breathe into the back of the calf, the back of the lower leg. And then shift it back forward so the shoulders are over the wrists. Again, spread the fingers nice and wide. From here, float the right leg to the height of the hip. Good. Now, firm the belly in. Reach through that right leg. Give a little walk forward and to the left of your left hand. So you're just going to give yourself a little bit of extra space here. And then come on to the right fingertips. So a little tent to the right fingertips. Now from here, start to firm the left hip in until your right toes start to point out to the side, opening up that right hip. Keeping a little spot to focus on, take the right hand to the right hip. Yes. So strong through the quads on this right side. Left hip is nice and firm, belly is engaged. Soften that left shoulder down. Maybe we stay here, right? Maybe you want to take the right arm up towards the sky. Bring the shoulder blades into the back, turn the biceps forward. Now you can keep these left toes curled under, or you can press down into the shin, right? Whatever works for you. Maybe we stay here. Maybe we start to bend the right knee, reach the right hand back, catch the top of the foot, and then start to lengthen inner thigh away from body. Shoulder blades a little bit more into the chest. Breathe. Good. Slowly release. Get wide. And exhale. Let the right hand come down. Both hands under the shoulders. Square the hips up. Keep the right heel reaching back. Breathe in. Exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Set the right knee down on the floor. Inhale, once again, heart forward. Exhale, round it out. Good. From here, from our hands and knees, just slide that left foot back behind you. Curl the toes under. We'll give a little stretch to that calf. And press the hands into the ground. Right, again, a little bounce might feel good here. It may feel fine to just hold static. And shift it forward. From here, float the left leg to the height of the hip. Now engage through the belly. Right, reach the leg back. You're going to walk the right hand forward a little bit and out to the right, just slightly. And then we're going to come onto the left fingertips like they're a little tent. Now start to firm the right hip in, open the left hip up. And then from here, float the left hand to the left hip. Good. Strong through that top leg. Maybe you stay here, maybe you play around with floating the left arm up. Right? Breathe. And then perhaps bending the top knee, reaching the hand back, catching the top of the foot. Shoulder blades firm in, lengthen through that inner left thigh. Press the foot into the hand, hug the hand back into the foot. Right? Stay firm through the right hip, strong through the belly. And slowly release. Take the hand to the floor, both hands under the shoulders, square the hips off. Keep reaching that left heel back. Take a breath in. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to chest. Take the knees down to the floor. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round it up. Find your tabletop pose from here. Okay. Good. Engage the belly. Come onto the tent of the fingers, and then you're going to come all the way up. So we're just sitting on the shins here. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Breathe in. As you exhale, you're going to shift the hips back towards the heels. Turn the head to one side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to the other side. Keep moving like this with the breath. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. One more each side. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Come on to the shins. Let the hands come down to the heart. Take the hands to the hips. Take your left leg out to the side. So starting to stretch through this inner thigh. Slide the left hand down the leg. Inhale, reach the right arm up. So we're going up, 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 and then over to the side. Right, breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift the hips back towards that heel. Let the hands find the floor. Walk the hands out. Inhale, get a little bit longer. Exhale, fold it in. 5 breaths here. Inhale up. Engage the belly. Come all the way up. And then with control, step the leg back. Good, onto the second side. Take the other leg out to the side. Good, slide the right hand down. Inhale, reach the left arm up, get long and tall. And then exhale. Inhale up. Exhale with control, shift it back towards that heel, setting the hips down on the shin, and then fold forward. Inhale, give yourself a little bit of space, and exhale, fold. 5 breaths here. Inhale, come up. Good. Gracefully, all the way back up onto the shins. Step the foot back. And again, inhale, reach the arms out and up. As we exhale, shift the hips back onto the heels. Let the hands come down to the heart. And take the arms down behind the back here. Interlace the fingers. Start to widen across the chest. Shoulder blades firm in, move the interlace of the hands down, draw the chin down towards the chest. Little semicircle with the head. And then you can fully release the arms, roll the shoulders out a couple times. You want to turn the head all the way around a few times. It might feel nice. Maybe 3 in one direction, 3 in the other. And then other direction. And then come back to center. Alrighty, let's go ahead and find our way into our downward facing dog. If you've had a blanket underneath your knees, you may want to leave it there. We're going to come into a lunge with the knee down. So if you want some extra padding, leave your blanket on the floor. Okay. So from our tabletop pose, walk the hands forward just a little bit beyond the wrists here, right? Spread the fingers wide. Curl your toes under and then lift the hips up and back, down dog. Pedal your heels. Bend one knee and then the other. And just swap it out a few times. Good. From here, float the right leg up to the height of the hip and then bend the knee, open the hip. Good, square it off. Look between the hands, hug the right knee in towards the chest. Step the right foot between the hands here. Drop your left knee down to the floor. You can keep the toes curled under, a little bend to the knee. Draw the right hip back and in. Press down through the right heel. Inhale, sweep the arms around. Keep your arms a little bit wider, right? Lift through the chest. Maybe you can find a little bend in the upper back. Don't force it, right? Keep drawing the inner thighs together. Keep firming this right hip in and back. Breathe. Good, exhale. Hands to the earth. Press the thigh up. Step it back, down dog. And inhale, float the left leg up to the height of the hip. Breathe in. Exhale, open the hip. Square the hips back off. Draw the knee in towards the chest, step the foot between the hands. Lower the right knee down to the floor. Right, keep your little toes curled under back here, firm the left hip in, anchor through the left heel, and then inhale, sweep our arms around and up. Right, again, try to lift this low belly off the thigh if possible, finding some space along the ribs. Breathe. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Press the thigh up, and then step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. 2 more like that. Inhale, half lift, fingertips on the shins or the floor, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Forward. Exhale, fold it in. Bend the knees, roll yourself up. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, sweep it out and up. We'll do 2 more like that. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep it out and up. Hands to the heart. Again, we'll add on at the bottom here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, get long. From here, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Take the knees down to the floor. Uncurl your toes, press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Look forward, rock the chest forward, and then exhale, lower halfway. Press yourself back up. Just 2 more like that. Inhale, rock the chest forward, firm the upper arms in, biceps turn forward, engage the belly. Exhale, lower halfway. Press yourself back up. Take a breath, collect yourself. This time we're gonna pause and then come all the way down. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Pause. And then all the way down to the ground. Not so bad. Hands down by the low ribs. Spread the fingers wide. Right? Roll the shoulders down the back. Firm the upper arms in, wide and across the heart space. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Big breath in. Soften the shoulders away from the ears a little bit more. Find some length in the back of the neck. I feel the heels of the hands gently shifting back. Exhale, lower. Take the fingertips out to either side of your mat, little tent in the hands. Inhale, lift, press down into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. One more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And take the hands down to the floor. Curl the toes under. Firm the upper arms in from the belly and press yourself through tabletop and then exhale down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. You're close to it. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, grow tall. Exhale, hands down to the heart space. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, step the feet back, plank. Knees up or down. Engage the belly, thighs are strong. Rock the chest forward, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Press down into the tops of the feet. Widen across the chest. Press the hands into the mat. Curl your toes under. Hips up and back, down. 5 breaths. This time, walk the hands back towards the feet. Fold it in. Inhale, sweep it out. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Step wide on the mat. right? If you have blocks, you may want to place them on either side, right behind the heels if you've got blocks. If you don't worry about it. Take the feet wide. Good. From here, pick up your right knee and heel, externally rotate the leg. All right, pick up the back heel, shift it back. So we're aligning our feet, front heel to back arch. Now with the hands on the hips, feel this right hip lift up and then draw back a little bit and then press that left thigh back. Good. Take a little peek down at your toes. Start to track the right knee in line with the second and third toe, like it's moving on a little train track. Good. Now keep hugging the hip under, back thigh back, frontal hip bones lift just a little bit, and then let's take the arms into a T. Allow the gaze to just float over your little right fingertips here. Soften the shoulders. Maybe the chest can turn a little bit more towards the long edge of the mat. But keep drawing that hip back. Yes. In and under. Flip the right palm. Reach the arm up and back, reverse. From here, keep anchoring through this back leg, straighten the front knee. Take a breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. Now draw the right hip back. Get super, super long through this right side. Maybe you take your hand to a block, perhaps to the floor. Some of you, maybe your shin. Right? Hand under the shoulder. Now right hip scoops in and under. Right, left thigh pressing back, and then start to turn the right ribs to the left ribs. And then float that top arm up. Good. Biceps turn forward. Breathe. Where can I soften? Where can I soften? Now, we're going to transition into our half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. If it serves you to have the hand on the hip to help you balance a little bit, great. You can also keep this top arm lifted. You're going to turn the gaze down to that right big toe, right? Start to bend your right knee, again in line with the second and third toe. We're going to take our block, if you're using one, or our fingertips forward, and then hop the back foot in, pause here. Firm the right hip in a little bit more, engage the belly, and then from here, float up. Right, so we're not in a rush. Sometimes we float right into it. Sometimes it's helpful to take that little pause, firm the hip in a little bit more, get a little bit more stability in the right leg, and then come up. Good. All right, so we have these 5 points of energy reaching away from one another. Keep some length in your low back, right? Low belly is strong. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you start to bend the top knee, touch the top of the foot. Shoulder blades firm in, lengthen and reach away with that left inner thigh. Slowly release. With control, bend the front knee, lift the back leg up a little bit higher. Step right back into your Utthita Trikonasana. Good. From here, take the top arm down to the floor. Walk your hands around to the long edge of the mat, square the feet off. Parallel the feet, rather. Take a wide leg down dog. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Hands to the hips. Come all the way up to standing. Good. On to the second side. Hands to the hips. Bend the left knee. Pick up the heel. Turn the toes away from you. right? Pick up the back heel, turn it back. So we're front heel to back arch aligned on this side. Front hip bone lifts, draw the hip back. Anchor and counteract that movement by pressing your right thigh back. Right, from here, take a little peek down at your toes. Start to shift your left knee in line with the second and third toe. Right, still can see the big toe here. Now, left hip in and under. Right thigh back, right? Turn the chest towards the long edge of the mat, but keep the hips as they are, this little diagonal, right? Sweep the arms into a T. Float the gaze over your left fingertips now. Maybe notice that your right hip is a little tight. Maybe just me. Breathe. Flip the left palm, reach it up and back, reverse. Start to straighten the left knee. Use your next inhale. Come forward. Left hip back. Reach the left arm out as far as you can. Get length, length, length through that left side. Find your block, the floor, or your shin. Keep firming the left hip in and under, back and in. Right? Start to turn the chest up. We're working here, right, towards like even space in the ribs. So we're not arching or bananaing here. We're gonna soften these ribs down. All right, now maybe this top arm stays up. Maybe the hand comes to the hip, right? That helps you balance. Turn your gaze down to the floor. Start to bend the knee. All right, we're gonna step our hand or our block forward and then hop the back foot and pause. So just about halfway. But firm the left hip and engage the belly, and then from here, float. All right, leg up. Good. Belly is strong. Tailbone's lengthening away from the body. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you start to bend the top knee. Reach the hand back. Catch the foot. Slowly release. Bend the knee, lift the back leg up a little bit higher. Step it right back into our triangle pose. Breathe. And take the top hand down. From here, again, pivot around to the long edge of the mat. Inhale, get some length. Exhale, fold it in. 5 breaths here. Inhale, come forward. And walk the hands over to the left side. Plant the hands on either side of the left foot. Step it back, plank pose. Inhale, rock the chest forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, over the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the knees down to the floor. Keep the legs together, sit the hips back and down. Take a child's pose. 5 big belly breaths into the low belly to widen across the low back. And slowly to make your way up. Walk the hands out once again. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Keep the toes together, heels a little sliver of space apart. Start to shift the weight into the heels of the feet. Let the fingertips graze the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up, breathing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale over the toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. Step the right foot by the right thumb. Keep your back toes curled under, a little bend to the back knee, firm the right hip in. Inhale, reach it up, crescent. Just one breath here, big breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back, vinyasa of your choice, right? You can chaturanga, you can skip it, you can take a cobra. Down dog. Float the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest. Step the left foot by the left thumb. Right, keep the back heel lifted, toes curled under, anchor through that left heel from the left hip in. Inhale, reach it up. Big breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. Vinyasa of your choice. Five breaths here. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Sit the hips back and down. Inhale, sweep it up all the way to stand. The hands come down by the side. Okay, so we're gonna take a couple little yin style stretches at a wall. This can be, your feet can be up against anything. It can be the side of your couch, it can be the wall, it doesn't really matter. As long as we've got a little bit of support here, okay? So you can move your mat or move yourself a little bit closer to a wall space, right? This is probably bad yoga manners, but I'm gonna turn away from you. So we'll sweep our legs up the wall coming into Viparita Karani. And we'll just start there. So nice and close towards the wall, shift the hips towards the heels, lean back, sweep our legs up, right? Great. Now take the arms out by the sides. Walk the shoulders down and away from the ears. Allow the palms to face up, receiving action. Don't overthink it with the legs. If your feet naturally turn away, right, you have this natural external rotation, that's fine, right? Your feet naturally turn in with a little bit of internal rotation, also fine. Or maybe just neutral. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Allow the skin of the forehead to soften, to release and relax. Right, allowing the brow space, the eyebrows to gently shift away from one another. Release and relax the jaw. And then from here, let the knees bend in towards the chest. And then take the soles of the feet together, knees apart. And then from here, if you want, you can give a little press into the legs. And then soften the arms. Take our knees back together. Extend the legs up. Now from here, go ahead and let the legs come wide. And starting to lengthen the breath. See if you can get a little bit more length to the exhalation, or a lot if you can. Just lengthening the exhale. Take the hands to the outside of the thighs. Help your legs back together. And then cross the right ankle over the left thigh. You're gonna stay close to the wall for this one. And then you're just gonna bend the knee. Again, don't overthink the perfect alignment of it. Just take the foot to the wall. If you wanna move away and take like a full figure four, you're welcome to. Just a couple breaths here. And then slowly release, slide it up. And then we'll switch sides, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and then just bend the knee a little bit, let the sole of the foot come to the wall. And then slowly release both legs up. Just take 5 more breaths here. And then using the wall to support you, draw the knees into the chest. And then we're gonna shift the legs over to the left. So just like a wall supported twist. Bring the feet back to center, and then legs over to the right. From here, the right arm up and overhead. Allow the left arm to come across the body. And then we'll slowly press ourselves up. Okay. From here, I'd just like to take one little more stretch for our shoulders and upper back. So from our hands and knees, inhale the right arm out to the side, and as we exhale, weave the right arm under the left. And then give a little press into this arm. Just finding a little bit more depth in the twist in the upper back here. Press into the hand, come back to center. Inhale, left arm out to the side. Exhale, weave it underneath. Slowly press yourself up. Take a round of cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, round. Cross the shin. Just roll yourself back. Hug your knees into your chest as we lay on the back. Take a happy baby pose from here. And squeeze yourself into a little ball. And release. Shavasana. And gently deepen the flow of your breath. Give a little wiggle to your fingers and toes. As you inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Take a full body stretch. And as we exhale, gently hug the knees into the chest. Take our right arm up and overhead. Gently roll to your right side. And then slowly, mindfully press yourself up. We'll make our way into a comfortable seated position. Hands to the heart. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our actions in some way contribute to their happiness and freedom. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Good work. Thank you. Just as a reminder, I'm doing yoga in the park on Monday morning, so in Northridge Park. It's still going to be on Zoom, but if you want to leave your house and do yoga, we're doing it in the park, and it's really shady and nice. I have no tolerance for heat, and it's fine because it's all nice and grassy and shaded. So if you'd like to come to the park, wonderful, but we'll also be doing both classes on Zoom. So, all right. Thank you, guys. Have a beautiful day.